have audited more than 100 blogs over the last few months, and most of them are still optimized for Google's 2019 algorithm instead of how search works today. And the interesting part is many of these blogs were actually well written, good grammar, good design, decent keyword research, yet they barely generated traffic, and they didn't get cited by AI, and they definitely didn't generate leads. Meanwhile, other websites with fewer articles were dominating on Google, appearing in AI overviews, getting cited by ChatGPT, and turning the content into actual revenue. So I started asking this question: what's the difference? And after reviewing hundreds of pages, I realized something important. The winners weren't creating better content, they were building better content assets. And today in this video, I show you the exact 7-part framework which worked for them. Let's first understand what have changed before we dig into this in detail. In 2018, Google mostly care about keywords, your backlinks, your technical SEO, but today, Google is trying to understand your expertise, your authority, how your content helps users understanding and solving their problem. Basically, content usefulness, and AI systems like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity are asking another question: that can I confidently use this content in my answer? That's a completely different challenge, right? This means your content needs to do 3 important things. It needs to get ranked, get extracted, and build trust. Mostly blogs only optimize for the first. So let's break down what is the winning blogs are doing differently. Started with the first thing is what reader sees. Yes, I'm talking about the headline. Most marketers spend 10 hours writing a blog and just 10 seconds writing the title. That's a big mistake. Look at Ahrefs. They just don't write keyword research guide. Instead, they would say keyword research is the beginner's guide by Ahrefs. Simple, clear, and specific. You know exactly what you are getting before you're gonna click on that article. Or for an example, look at HubSpot, like how to create a marketing plan with a free template. That word free templates alone is why the article gets millions of visits. The title tells you the promise and the article delivers that. Bad titles create confusions. Good titles create clicks. Ask yourself, can someone understand the promise in 3 seconds? If not, rewrite it. But getting the click is the only half the battle. The first thing they read after clicking, that decides if they stay or leave that particular article. And that brings us to the part number 2. Yes, the first 100 words matter more than the next 2000 words. Most blogs start like this: digital marketing has become increasingly important in today's business landscape. Well, nobody cares. Look at this example from Backlinko. Brand DN opens with, here's the exact process I used to increase organic traffic by 110% in just 14 days. Immediate relevance, immediate proof, and immediate curiosity. You don't start by explaining the concept. You actually start by showing the result. And the goal isn't to sound professional. The goal is to keep reading a simple formula, which is a problem, what are the consequences, and the promise. Now, since the users are reading, good, but here's where most of the blogs completely lose to AI. This is where AI has changed the game completely. Yes, the generic content is dead. Anyone can ask ChatGPT, write me a blog about sales strategy, and the result, the same article that everyone else has. Same tips, same structure, and the same advice. Now look at Gong. Their content arm, Gong Labs, publishes findings from analyzing millions of real sales conversations from their platform. One of their article where it says we've analyzed 1 million sales calls. Here's what top performers do differently. It has original data. Nobody else has it, right? AI can't replace it. And the result? Gong built 300 million ARR business where content is core growth driver. Their blog gets cited consistently because it's a source, not a summary of someone else's work. Or look at Buzzstream. They published proprietary data from their own link building campaigns and tripled their organic traffic in 12 months. Not by writing more content, but by writing things nobody else could. So ask yourself, what can I include that AI cannot generate from public information? That's where advantage lives. Original data gets you traffic, but traffic doesn't automatically mean trust. And without trust, neither Google nor AI will consistently recommend you and your website. This is where the EAT criteria comes in, which is experience, expertise, authority, and trust. Let's say two blogs explain SEO. One blog says internal linking is important. The other one says we restructured internal links across 300 pages and saw 42% increase in organic traffic over 60 days. Which one sounds more trustworthy? Google knows, AI knows, and even user knows that. And even Ahrefs does this better. Almost anyone, right? Their post analyzing HubSpot's SEO strategy included real Ahrefs data screenshots from their own tool and specific traffic numbers. It went viral because it was packed with proof, not with just opinions. Even you look at the Gong's example again. Gong does the same thing. Every Gong Labs post includes charts, sample sizes, and methodology. Not something like here's what we think, but here's what we have measured. Add case studies, add results, add screenshots, add data, and add real experience. The real experience is becoming one of the strongest content that moats in 2026. So, your individual articles are strong, but strong article alone still won't build authority. Here's why. Because most blogs are like islands. Winning blogs are actually ecosystems. Look at HubSpot. Their What is Inbound Marketing, a pillar page, links to dozens of cluster articles, each one going deeper on specific subtopic. Email marketing, SEO, social media, landing pages, all are connected. And when Google sees 50 interconnected articles around one single topic, it starts believing that you are an authority. You look at Zapier. They built a content hub around the remote work that started with just 14 interconnected articles, and over 5 years it expanded over 50 linked pages. That single hub became one of their biggest organic traffic drivers. Not because of single article, but because of the entire network that they have created. And Ahrefs does the same thing. Every SEO concept has a pillar page. Every pillar page links out, and every cluster article links back. It's not a blog, it's a content web. That's why topic clusters beat random blogging every time. So your content is ranking, building authority, and driving traffic. But here's the painful truth that most brands ignore. This is where most companies fail. They celebrate traffic, but traffic doesn't pay salaries. Revenue does. So every blog should answer one question: what happens next? Look at HubSpot. Every article ends with a free template, a tool, or a demo offer. Their how to write marketing plan article has a free downloadable template at the top, middle, and even at the bottom. Traffic converts because there's always a clear next step. Even you look at Semrush, they embed free tool access directly in their content. Reading about keyword research, here's a free keyword research that you can do. Reading about backlinks, here's a free site audit that you can do. They turn every blog reader into a product user. Same goes with Ahrefs. Their content educates you SEO, the different concepts of SEO using their own tool screenshots. By the time you finish reading their content, you already know how the tool works, and signing up feels like a natural next step. So your content should move people forward, not leave them hanging somewhere in the middle. And the final part, this is the most underrated strategy I have seen in all my audits. Most brands completely skip this. This is the most underrated strategy, let me tell you. Most people publish and then they disappear. The best content teams publish and improve. Look at Brandian and Backlinko. He documented this in detail. He updated one old post, added new example, refreshed the statistics, updated the screenshots. No new content, just improvements to what was already existed, and result 260% increase in organic traffic to that page in 14 days. HubSpot ran the same experiment at scale. They systematically updated old blog posts that had lost their traffic and updated the statistics with the better CTAs, with the strong titles, and result more than 106% increase in organic traffic. That's not from a new content, that's from improving what already exists on their site. The easiest traffic growth often comes from improving your old content and not creating the net new content. So if you remember one thing from this video, remember this: stop treating blogs like content and start treating them like a digital assets. You rank, get cited, build authority, and then generate leads and compound over time. That's the difference between brands that publish content and brands that own the entire niche. That is all from my end, and I will see you in the next one.